Very good evening, sir.
Hi, very good evening. How are you?
I'm good, sir. You say, how are you?
All well, all well. How's your preparation?
Yes, sir, it's going well. As the time is nearing, so now the nervousness is speaking somehow.
That's that's pretty normal. It's perfectly fine to feel nervous. Only good candidates feel nervous, so it's pretty normal. What do you understand by NSS?
Yes, sir. Sir, NSS is a centrally sponsored scheme that is National Service Scheme. It is under Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, imbibe a spirit of social service in youth. So during my college, I came in contact with this organization and I started my stint at that.
Mhm. So, what do you think? Should there be a necessary conscription of the youth in the Indian Army, like there is in certain countries, like Israel?
Yes, sir. Sir, this can be, we can have dual perspectives on this. Sir, it is sometimes if we consider the positives, it is definitely true because I think it develops a habit of discipline in the youth, which I think today in this social media world, it is somehow lacking. But sir,
Mhm.
again, sometimes it is a cause of concern of the youth is that it is a violation of the choice of their profession that they want to go, and it is a kind of limitation which is put on them. But sir, I definitely think that if we have such kind of conscription of youth in armies, it will be definitely beneficial in the longer run for the country on the whole.
So, even if not conscription, what do you think should these initiatives like the NSS and the NCC be made mandatory for school going kids, especially and college going also, so that they develop a sense of community?
Yes, sir. This is, I think, a wonderful opportunity that we can tap on because it is it is a, I would say, a scheme or an initiative which is which the student directly comes in contact during the formative years of his or her life. So when
Mhm.
they get such kind of training at school or college level, so I think they are better ready and better prepared to serve in the society. In any profession where they go, these skills are definitely going to help them, and obviously they are also in the better good of the nation as well. So I think yes, we can definitely make it mandatory.
Can you tell me a few, technical measures, technological measures that we can take to first counter the Naxal threat and to counter the Jammu and Kashmir militancy?
Okay, sir. Sir, as far as the Naxalite problem is concerned in our country, as we have seen, the most difficult thing, which often acts as hurdle in counter operations, is the difficult terrain of those areas. So I think
Mhm.
what can be done is that remote sensing techniques can be used to get a mapping of the area, which can help our armed forces to better maneuver through that area. Secondly, sir, aerial drones or unmanned aerial vehicles can be used for the surveillance and the monitoring so that we can better gauge what the situation on ground is. Secondly, sir, as far as the concern of Jammu and Kashmir is concerned, again, sir, the problems are somehow same because we are having a difficult terrain there as well. But sir, there I think even the facial recognition technologies and the GPS can also be more active, more powerful to detect the kind of terrorist groups that we are trying to identify. Because one cause of problem that we are identifying this is that in Jammu and Kashmir Valley, we are unable to distinguish between the civilians and the terrorist groups. So I think in that context, the FRTs, the facial recognition technology, can be useful. But again, sir, the issue is that it is a long project and it requires a lot of infrastructure to be developed. So I think we need some immediate steps before going for this long-term solution.
Okay. Uh, are you aware of this term called hybrid militancy?
Sir, I'm not aware of this term in particular, but if I'm allowed to take a guess, I can think of the measure
Yeah.
that it is
Take
a
a
kind
reasoned
of
guess. Yeah.
a kind of militancy where I think the physical as well the digital technologies are being used. We can take it into the consideration because of the cyber crimes today. These are
Mhm.
being used. So I think in that context, it can be understood.
Okay. Now, tell me, whenever there are communal rights or there are, conflicts between two ethnic communities, social media management becomes a big challenge. What are the steps that we can take in the long run to ensure that, a small splinter does not become a wildfire?
Yes, sir. To counter this problem, sir, to particularly deal with this, I think there has to be double-edged solution. First, on the part of media, what we need responsible media nowadays. So for this, we can have a legislative reform in a form that Press Council of India, which regulates the conduct of press in India, can be given more powers. Secondly, sir, we can have a code of conduct and code of ethics for the press media, and we must ensure just merely having laws will not be suffice. We also have to ensure that they are properly uh, adhered to, and monitoring and surveillance is important. Secondly, sir, we also have to focus on the literacy of the people, so that people are not, I would say, that they should not be very much attracted or infused or infuriated by just I would say, the spark of communal rights. They should also be made aware of taking wise decisions. So I think both ways we have to take actions.
Okay. Can we establish any connection between Khalistan movement and narco terrorism?
Yes, sir. Definitely, there is a connection that we can establish. Sir, narcoterrorism refers to a supply of drugs through illegal ways and means to support the terrorist activities. So, what I can think of right now is that through the money which is generated through doing narco terrorism, the money is used to, I would say, providing the high precision equipments, weapons to those people who are into the Khalistani movements or who are spreading this in the state of Punjab. So I would say it is a financial channel for them.
Are you aware of the term donkey?
Yes, sir. Sir, it refers to the illegal route that often the immigrants take to land up in several foreign countries, be it Australia,
Mhm.
Canada, etc.
What do you attribute it to? I mean, what are the situations that force youngsters to take such horrendous journeys that puts their own life in jeopardy and their, families behind in a constant state of, tension and
Yes, sir.
jitteriness? Yeah.
Yes, sir, indeed. Sir, this is an immense problem in Punjab, as I have also seen. We have also seen various movies coming up on the same topic recently. So it is definitely a very serious concern. And as far as the question is concerned, sir, I think there are both push and the pull factors. The push factors are sometimes, the youth specifically feel that they are not given the adequate opportunities in their home state, so they tend to migrate. Secondly, the pull factors are, sir, the glamorous world of the for developed nations often pulls them towards that. Secondly, sir, there is also a kind of herd mentality where people who are not even skilled enough, they end up putting their life in danger and they turn to dirty routes. So I think, sir, both push and pull factors are there. So need is to regulate this because again, sir, I would say that we need two-end solution from the home state. That is, India should also try to provide more opportunities here in the home state so that people need not to go. And secondly, sir, people also need to understand that you can make fortunes even in your own land, as many people have made. So foreign countries are not the only way that can provide
So,
you the.
so tell me what can be done to bust this myth of Canada, or what is popularly called in Punjab as Canada.
Yes, sir. This Canada culture is very prevalent, sir. Because as far as somebody passes class 12 in Punjab, it is imagined that either he must be doing IELTS only. We are not aware of other courses. So, sir, I think first of all, there is need to tap the youth in the very formative years. For example, in class 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, where they should be made aware of various opportunities, the career opportunities in Punjab or specifically India only. Secondly, sir, there is need for industrialization, specifically in Punjab, which can generate more employment opportunities. Thirdly, sir, there is also need to take help of media, which I think is the biggest propagator of this culture, that Canada life is the supreme, is the most important life or the perfect life we are having. Sir, secondly, sir, I think even the experiences of those who are in Canada and the struggles of them, if we share here in our country, then I think it will also deter some of the youth from going there. And the positive examples of those making fortunes here in Punjab itself or India itself will also motivate the parents and the families and the youth to stay in India and
Okay,
contribute to our own country.
fine, fine. So we also come across news reports when Canadian citizens, particularly mostly from the Punjab region of India, they are seen falling prey to this Khalistani propaganda with foreign agencies targeting vulnerable youth. So, do you think when these, I wouldn't say uneducated, but partially educated youth who are just doing their matriculations and they're landing up in foreign countries with their minds not fully developed, do you think is this one of the reasons for these agencies and these countries targeting these vulnerable youth who have been lured into these countries by that glitz and glamour?
Yes, sir, sure. Yes, sir, because, sir, when one leaves the country, we are already in a state of turmoil when one lands in a foreign land. They are also in search of their employment. They have to send back some money to family. So these kind of agencies make use of these vulnerabilities and they end up luring those students in terms of money, in terms of
Question, you haven't understood the question. The question was, does the lack of education or lack of good education that these youth have been deprived of because of their this attraction towards Canada or other Western countries, does this lack of education lead to not making their minds so developed that they fall prey to these things? That was
Sir,
the
I
question.
think yes, sir. Sir, here the question of education is definitely there because the students mostly that they are migrating to Canada are in class 12, after just after completion of their class 12 they go, and most of them are on study work visa permit. So yes, their mind is less developed as if I compare it to a graduate in India or a postgraduate. Definitely, sir, there is, but I would say that it is just one factor. Secondly, sir, I think the big factor is because I don't think that education can be the only reason. Finances also play a role because they are also having the responsibilities of families. They are having the burden or to prove themselves in the foreign land. So they think that it is an easy channel to get money. And also, sir, sometimes when the religion comes into play, so it also, I think, sometimes blind the person. So that could be one reason. But yes, I would say the partial education is the major focus area which definitely lures them to such issues.
It's difficult to indoctrinate a person who has a more working mind over his shoulders rather than someone who is a little bit off key. Anyways, now let's turn to the frontiers of the Mediterranean. A lot of churning is happening in and around that place. Can you tell me the countries bordering the Mediterranean Sea?
Yes, sure, sir. So, first of all, we have the Israel, we have the Lebanon, we have, if we come to the south, we have, sir, I am not able to map it right now. I'm getting confused.
Egypt,
Egypt,
Italy is there.
yes, sir,
Do we
Italy
have
is there.
Portugal?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. On the, we would say the
We have
northwestern side, upper side.
we have we have Greece as well.
Yes, sir, Greece is there.
Okay. Now tell me that small passage that you know uh, separates the European landmass and the African landmass between Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea.
So the Strait of Gibraltar.
Strait of Gibraltar. Yes. Now, can you tell me something about the Nord Stream?
Yes, sir. Nord Stream, sir, it's a gas pipeline which runs from Russia to Germany. So this had
Hmm.
been news when because of the Russia-Ukraine war, and uh, it had blocked the passage of the gas to the Germany. And secondly, there
Mhm.
had been several crashes on this pipe, which has got this pipe into damage. So for this reason, it had been in news.
So, ever since the Ukraine war started, there has been an increasing, proximity between China and Russia. So how do you see these dynamics evolving in the geopolitics, and how does it bode for the India's larger strategic interests?
Yes, sir. So Russia and China both are coming closer because of the common enemy that we can see definitely the United States here. So they are coming closer because of that. And secondly, sir, obviously, both are the powers that they want to dominate in this region. So they are for that reason they are together. As far as their impact on Indian relationships is concerned, definitely, sir, China poses a threat uh, to the, I would say, the stature of India in this region of South Asia. And sir, but I don't think that because of the closing relationships of Russia and China, the relationships between India and Russia are at verge. Because Russia has always proved that it is a time-tested friend. Even ever since the war has started, India has not, I would say, taken any kind of action or any kind of sanction, had not supported anything against Russia. So I think the both countries are still into the friendship zone right now. And sir, recently started ruble rupee agreement is also a testimony of this. So I don't think that
Okay,
relationships are degrading.
fine, fine. Last question. Can you tell me who was the premier of Sri Lanka when we handed over Kachativu Island?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of the person, but the issue I am aware of that it is a claimed
No, no.
territory. Yes, sir.
I was just asking the name of the premier.
I'm
Shimabu
sorry,
Bandaranaike.
sir. I'll read up on it.
Shimabu Bandaranaike. Right. Thank you.
Okay,
Your
thank you
interview is
so much,
over.
sir. Thank
Okay.
you so much, sir.
Thank you. How was the interview?
Yes, sir. I think it was better than the last one because I could answer more questions, I think.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. Yeah, overall, your interview as well, your analysis of diversity of issues I tried to test you on was fairly decent. And mostly I tried to test you on your analytical skills. So there you did pretty well. I think because of nervousness, you couldn't, maybe mention the countries around the Mediterranean. That was an easy question.
Yes, sir. Because I think I'm poor at mapping work. I need to work on because last time also I had drawn the question around Caspian Sea you have asked me. So now I
Okay.
have to go through the geography classes once
They,
again, I think.
they may not ask it in the interview. Don't worry. Uh, their style of questioning may be different. I just asked because this is you generally when we are talking about the Mediterranean so much in news, so we are supposed to know that.
Okay,
And
okay,
since
sir. Yes.
Kachativu issue also was in the news, but these factual questions here and there don't define your interview. Overall, my assessment is you are a potential candidate, and there is no reason why you should be scoring good in the interview. So overall, good. Just keep revising and keep the composure and rein in the nervousness. Overall, it is go ahead from my side. Any
Thank you
queries
so
from your
much.
side? Any queries?
No, sir. Right now, I'm just focusing on revising the things that I have already studied because when we sit to study, I think there is too much to study, and sometimes I feel that there should not be something to study because I'm just overloading myself. So I'm just in a
No,
tussle
no.
right now.
At this moment, don't overload yourself. Uh, just keep abreast of the newspapers, one thing. And secondly, the major issues and major topics. That's it. That insurgencies, Northeast. Read about the leaders of various insurgent groups in Northeast. At least
Okay,
one
sir.
leader. At least one leader. And about the border disputes between India and its neighbors and between various states, particularly Northeast. And there was one issue between Maharashtra and Karnataka also. Read about that as well.
Okay, so the Belgaum issue, sir, which was claiming
Yes,
that. Okay,
yes, yes. Belgavi, yes. Some villages, both sides claim, and that kind of became a political tussle over that issue. Anyways, overall, it's good to go
okay, sir.
from my
Okay,
side.
thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Any
Sir,
more
just
questions?
one thing. Sir, the
Yeah, yeah.
question that I was not able to answer about the lack of education amongst youth and they are being diverted to such ideologies. What should be my stance on such questions?
No, no, that is your own personal assessment. The question that was more nuanced thing I was trying to ask, because sometimes what happens is uh, when you have invested yourself into education and knowledge, your mind doesn't fall prey to the. You said that you became that they became blinded by the the religious indoctrination. Once you are uh, maybe well educated in a way, and you learn to use your mind
Yes,
rather
sir.
than just, it becomes difficult to indoctrinate you. So my personal assessment is most of these kids landing up on the shores of Atlantic and the Pacific, they are mostly youngsters who have little to no, uh, you know, nothing to do with the, wider ramifications that are happening in the world. They are mostly interested with their own personal interests. So their
Okay,
mind
sir.
is mostly focused on survival and, earning their bread and living a life that the West offers. So in that regard, what happens is you tend to, become myopic in your approach. And in that, it becomes very easy to
To
lure you,
manipulate you.
manipulate you, and to tell you that your religion is in danger, your area is in danger. All these things happen in that case. So
Okay, sir.
that was my approach.
Okay, sir. So, because ultimately we can say it is lack of maturity, and we can
Yes,
attribute to
ab-
this.
absolutely. Lack of maturity also. Balance your answer. Your answer
Okay,
was
sir.
decent, but they're not going to delve too much deeper into this issue. They might ask about the Niger thing, Pannu thing, and about India's relations with Canada. How are they evolving? That's about it.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
All
Okay,
the
thank you
best.
so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Good luck.